Shout out podcast and myself, Daps. No Spence, no Lamin. But we have a very, very special guest. Get me? Straight from where?
Portmore.
Portmore.
What podcast? Armchair Gaffers.
He's from Armchair Gaffers by way of Portmore.
Mm-hmm.
Also by way of
Jones Ave.
Jones Ave. Get me? By way of
Tivoli Gardens.
Tivoli Gardens. I'll just see how many more places you can name.
You can do this all day.
But yes, we've got Jess. Armchair. This is your first time on the podcast, isn't it?
We did a live stream about a year ago, but this is my first time. I've been asking you for about a year. Daps, can I come on, please? Coach, can I come on now?
Okay, that's definitely not what's been going on.
But you finally.
So okay, no. Let me tell you what happened actually. Basically, in the beginning, obviously Armchair Gaffers doing really, really great. They were building, and I invited him, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll come on." Then they started getting numbers, and then people just changed. No. Okay. Look. On this podcast, we don't look at the camera. On your podcast, you look at the camera, but I'm not going to do the zooming in thing. So we don't look at. This is all natural on my pod. Okay.
I'm gonna let you speak. Then I'm gonna speak.
No, you can't speak. You're just there for props. So, yeah. So basically, what happened was that you lot got big. You know, there's a balloon there that says number one because obviously you lot were accredited number one podcast in the world. And then since that happened, you know, and then to get you on here, obviously you lot use my studio, DB Studio Box. You know, book it. You lot use my studio, and then I said, look, no more studio session until you come on. And that was yesterday, and here you are today. So thank you very much.
It's not easy being big time. Some of us handle it well, some of us don't, and we fall in the latter category. So I'm sorry, Daps, but I'm here now.
Yeah, you're here now. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? Armchair Gaffers. How are you?
I'm very good. I can't complain. I will complain though once we get talking.
I thought that's what we'll do. You know, there's no structure here.
I'm just gonna moan. Do you know what we need though? If we're really gonna have a moan, is a good cup of tea and some hobnobs chocolate.
Okay, this isn't BBC Studios. We don't have that here. Okay, this is just the one studio. There's nothing. You got a couple pens over there. You got hand sanitizer. Yeah, a bit of crim.
Yeah, no, shoestring budget, but we make it work.
Yeah, we make it work. But no, yes, guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that good stuff. Thank you honestly for coming today. I'm away, so from tomorrow, so we're good. And no, I'm away from tomorrow, so it was important for me to actually get one in. And you know, you showed up, but where do we even start? Obviously, you're an Arsenal fan.
Biggest.
Do you really want to start with Arsenal, or should we get that out of the way? Let's get it out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get Arsenal out of the way. Normally, when Lamin's here, the rant goes on for like, is it rant or rant?
It's both. I'm not that kind of Arsenal fan, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But the rant just goes on.
Cool.
And then we just end up doing 2/3 of the podcast on Arsenal. But you know, we played Brighton over the weekend, and if I'm being really honest, with the way Brighton have started, I'm not one of those that's happy with where we are as a club, but I was happy if we come away from that with a draw. And don't get me wrong, I think we should go there winning, but with the way Brighton are playing, I thought a draw would be a good performance. And you know, after watching it, there's things that I didn't like. I didn't really like how we give up possession too easily, and Brighton were the ones who dominated that game. But for the most part, we come away with a draw. So I'm all right with it. I think there's a couple positive performances. I think Ramsdale has really shut me up. Ramsdale shut me up big time. And in regards to Ramsdale, I didn't really think he could be a number one keeper for us. Not right now, anyway. I wasn't seeing what these managers were seeing. So Chris Wilder, and then before him, it was the Bournemouth one, isn't it?
Yep.
Bournemouth. It was Eddie Howe.
That's right.
I wasn't really seeing what they were seeing in him, and I didn't really think that the 30 million price tag for backup goalkeeper. But he's shutting me up. He's kept clean sheets in however many games.
30 mil for a backup dancer, but Looks like he's the main man. Daps, I think it's a sad state of affairs when Arsenal are happy with a draw at Brighton. Obviously, it's got to be put into context.
Thank you very much.
Arsenal haven't been doing too well, at least at the start of the season, and Brighton have been the polar opposite. So it's important to say that. I was trying to find positives from within the performance, and I think taking out the Spurs victory, which there's so many other factors that led to that 3-1 victory. So looking at the Norwich win and the Burnley win, I think a 1-1 at Brighton is what you should expect looking at Arsenal's form. The Spurs game was an anomaly, if you know what I mean. It's a North London derby. Bukayo Saka had a good game, but he hasn't had a good season for Arsenal so far. And
I think he's got the Euro hang up there, man, if I'm being really honest.
Whatever excuse you Arsenal fans want to make and call it.
You Arsenal fans.
Yeah, I'm with that, but he hasn't been playing very well in the red and white of Arsenal. Smith Rowe, the Smith, for me, isn't the number 10 we're looking for. I
think he's been alright though. I don't think he's been bad.
If you're happy with alright, then
no, but I think I think where I'm at with it right now is that, especially after those 3 defeats, I'm not looking. I would love all guns blazing performances, but after the 3 defeats and with confidence being so low, I just need results right now, and then we build from there. So in those times we've got the results. So it was Norwich.
Norwich, Burnley.
We played
Spurs.
poorly. Burnley was a tough game, but we come away with Spurs, good performance, and Brighton. Like, these are the performances. These are the matches where I'm just looking for just the result, and then we can build on after that. And I don't think Emile Smith Rowe in that time. I think over the course of the season, if this is the level we get from him over the course of the season, then there's a problem. But for now, I think it's very difficult to shine right now.
Definitely. So I was more disappointed because I've been saying the midfield Arsenal need to play is Lokonga and Partey.
Yep.
And my prayers were answered.
Yep.
And it's just a case of be careful what you wish for, because it's not always what you expect. And they flattered to deceive. Is that the right term?
Yeah, I don't know. But I think a lot of that has got to do with, number one, we haven't really seen that partnership from them. I think that's the first time we played together this year.
From the start, 100%.
Yeah,
yep.
First time. So I wanted that as well. I don't know if you saw, I put it on my Instagram when someone asked me when who my Arsenal midfield should be. I said Partey, Lokonga and Odegaard. And the Brighton game it's a tough game to see the positives with that, because they've dominated possession. So it was just literally just dog work.
Yeah.
And I feel like Partey and Lokonga do the dog work really well, but the whole team was sloppy in possession.
Very
like,
sloppy.
we couldn't string together part. Like, it was one of those performances.
But it's very important to not take anything away from Brighton. They had this guy, I think he's number 5, long hair.
Cocorella, whatever his name is.
Cucaracha.
Cucaracha. No, that's not his name, is it?
No, it's not. Never heard of him before, but I'm watching him play, and I'm like, this guy is actually a problem. This guy, I don't know where he came from. Don't know when they signed him. I don't know his name, but I kept hearing it from the commentators. I kept seeing him on the ball, looking very confident. I think it was him and Pascal Gross, Trossard.
Trossard, yeah.
They were the wide players, and they seemed to be causing us problems. Like, at least they were hard to dispossess when they had the ball. So let's not take away from Brighton or Graham Potter.
Do you know what? We're very lucky that it was Brighton of last season that we played. In the sense that last year, their results didn't mirror the football that they played, and they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net last year. And that's what we got.
Yeah,
where they play the good football, like they know what they're doing. They can work between the lines and create a load of chances, but they just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Since we are approaching international break, I think if there was anyone to replace Gareth Southgate,
Graham Potter,
100%. But the thing is, though, for him as an individual, he doesn't need that job.
Yeah.
But for England, they had him in charge. He's the better Southgate. He's 10 times better than Southgate.
Do you know what it is? Because he's got ideas. He's got a way to play. Like, Southgate reminds me a bit of Ole at times, where it's just like...
No. Answer this question. Have you ever seen the two of them at the same place at the same time?
No. Are you saying
No.
they're the same person?
Just
But no, I do think that Southgate gets away with having good players.
No,
And
no, they're not good. They're the best players.
yeah, okay, cool. He gets away with having the best players.
And Pickford, the best players, and Pickford.
Yeah, Pickford. But even in that, even with his players that he's got, when it comes down to a time where, okay, it's about the tactical battle, like the Italy final.
Yeah,
He hasn't got it in him.
no,
Do you get what I'm saying? Where Italy took 15 minutes in that game to realise, hold on, what are we doing?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then once they started dominating, England just had no answers. So, Graham Potter, really, really good manager. I really want to see where he kicks on. But do you know what? I think it's very hard for managers, like young up and coming English managers. I can't see anyone unless he goes and wins like an FA Cup or gets them into the Champions League. I can't see one of the top clubs coming in for him, or unless someone like Arsenal takes a punt on him.
I think for Graham Potter to get a big job, he's got to finish top 4 with Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to win the FA Cup 2 out of 3 years.
2 out of 3 years.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 years. So FA Cup this year, top 4 next year, top 4 the year after, and an FA Cup.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea have got to panic and sack their manager and get him on a contract at the end of the season. And then he's going to win the Champions League that season for him to really get a look in as a manager. That's what's got to happen.
Just bare things have to just fall
Everything
in, have
has
to just
the
fall in place.
stars have to align. Remember that cartoon Hercules, the Disney
Yeah,
cartoon?
I remember that.
And then the things went to that, and then the Titans.
That cartoon was sick though.
Yeah, it was dope.
I like that cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for me, again, I think as the season goes on, like after international break, we've got a few wins under our belt now. I think now it's about the performances. Tottenham, we got the performance, but it just comes, down to, okay, we've got confidence to build on now. Because before we just had to just stop the rot. Do you know what I mean? We just had to stop the defeats and whatnot and just get points on the board, which is what we're doing now. So
I think as well, a lot of things need to be put into perspective at Arsenal. I'm not just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan, but the loss to Brentford, they've done pretty well this season. They won against they drew with Liverpool. They won against West Ham, who are flying high.
But do you know what it is? Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you. Do you know what it is? I said the same thing at first as well. Like losing to City, losing to Chelsea, it's almost expected. The Brentford one, the reason why, and it wasn't even the fact that we lost to them. It's the manner.
The manner is always the issue.
It's the manner.
But bearing in mind as well, it was opening day on a Friday. There's so much other things happening.
That's not an excuse.
Okay, cool.
We've had months to prepare. We know what it's going to be.
No, we know.
We've had months to prepare for this, so.
Or at least we hope we know. We hope that the players knew, but I guess not.
Yeah, man. But on to... Okay, go. But yeah, we were talking... We're in. All right. So, we mentioned Man City yesterday. Got treated to like the game of the season so far for me. And I was watching that game. Oh, I was watching it with you actually. And I was saying to myself, this is a really good game of football.
Yeah, I was I said that on our podcast, Armchair Gaffers, that very rarely
Cutting it out.
when you get like top teams playing against each other, it's usually like a dull affair, like a game of shogi.
Just cancel each other out.
Yeah. But then I think Liverpool and City bucks the trend always. I think there's been like a 4-3, there's been like a 3-3, there's been big scoring games with those two, and I think that's what we want more often from these big games.
Yeah. I think, like you said, like had everything, and I think it was either you or Scorcher yesterday when we were watching it, and they were saying that all of the big boys were playing and showing up during the game.
Yeah, Scorcher said that, and then I said that I was happy that KDB turned up, and then someone commented on our latest video and said, "Did we watch a different game?" I'm confused. Like, didn't KDB turn up?
No, do you know what it is? He turned up in regards to he impacted with a goal.
Yeah.
But if we're being really honest, it wasn't his best game. But when it mattered.
But when he's getting on the ball, he done a job that like Kovacic does for Chelsea, where he's influential in the game, but he's not doing things that we expect. He's not playing these long raking passes.
Do you know what it is? I think in the first half he was sloppy, but City was sloppy. But he did a lot of sloppy things in that first half. And it wasn't one of those games where, normally he's just whipping in them. Like, it's blatant to see what he's doing.
And for me,
he did a lot
I
of
don't think he was sloppy. I could see he was given instructions by Pep, and he was following them to the T.
Nah, but there's passes that were just going astray, and I think that's what people don't associate with
He done a job.
KDB.
He done a job.
No, overall, I think he played well. That's what I was trying to say. Like the things that you don't really notice, he did well.
Exactly.
He did well. But if you're watching with someone that's, let me see what KDB does.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Then
it depends what you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you're looking for someone to do their job,
I think he did all right
and win individual battles. Like he didn't get bossed in that midfield. That's just me. But what do I know? I'm just an armchair gaffer.
We know it all.
We know it all.
But yeah, no, I think he did all right, and I think that in regards to showing up in the key moment, Liverpool just went 2-1 up. Come deflect a shot, whatever. But he showed up. He scored. At the end of the day, when you look back on the history books, it's going to say KDB scored, Mane scored, Salah.
I need to talk about Liverpool.
I want
to put a complaint in.
You want to put a complaint? Go on.
Yeah. So done a quiz on our final third segment of our podcast.
Yeah.
And it was about players in the Premier League 100 club. Salah's in that club. Mane is 1 goal away. I don't think it's fair that Liverpool have 2 players playing that have both scored, or pretty much nearly 100 Premier League goals each.
But I hear what you're saying.
It's not fair.
I hear what you're saying, and
it's not fair.
I heard Gary Neville saying that that Liverpool front three, if Man City had that front three playing for them, they'd walk the league, because the levels that Salah and Mane are at or have set over the last couple of years is unreal. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that he said this as well. A lot of the time when we talk about Liverpool, we talk about them as a three, but we don't give them the plaudits or accolades as individuals. And to be honest, I'm probably guilty of that. I've always said Mane, sick player, Salah, sick player, but I don't really give them the real. But he's unreal.
He's unreal.
Salah's actually unreal. And I don't understand. I said this yesterday as well. I don't understand why people refuse to actually look at him as an unreal player.
I don't get it. The numbers are ridiculous. We live in the age of the stats. So look at the stats. Yeah, they tell a story, an obvious story. Like, he's phenomenal. Yeah. All right, cool. Maybe you don't care about stats. Maybe you don't watch him on the eye. Okay, watch him. He's phenomenal. So what do you want? Like, make your mind up. Choose your battle. Either which way you look at it, the guy is out of this world. And I will go as far as to say he is one of the best 5 Premier League players of all time, of all time ever.
I don't see them ones there. When you throw them ones in the mix,
it's obviously a matter
it's
of
something
preference.
I've got to think about, but I can't off the back to say
no problem. Ever. I understand, and for someone like you, it takes you a long time to process things because of obviously those of issues. But I'd also go as far as to say that currently in the world right now, he's easily top 5 in the world right now, because
I don't mind you saying that, but it's not something you've obviously thought about the top 5 in the Premier League ever.
I haven't thought about individuals. I look at the obvious names that come to mind. Obviously, Shearer's up there, of course. Like, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
And I watch Shearer, but
if you compare like Salah to Shearer, you know, like, cool. Not as many goals yet, but goals per game, impact. Yeah, look at what he's won. Yes.
But you also have to look at, you know, that Shearer one. Yeah, the reason I don't like the Shearer one is that I watch Shearer, and unreal, great goal scorer. But he also spent his career, like full career in the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? So to get that amount of goals, that's why Harry Kane is close. Well, not close, but he's in with a shout of
because you spent your whole career there.
Do you get what I'm saying? And
exactly.
someone coming into the league over like the course of 5-6 years, you know, they're not going to stand a chance of hitting 260.
Exactly. Shearer was a boy wonder. So from Southampton.
I don't know where he started. I first got onto him at
too confused. At that it was Sunderland, but Southampton to Blackburn to Newcastle. He done his whole career as the number one striker. So he's gonna get loads of goals.
Mm.
The imports, I rate them more highly. Where would you rate like the cliche Lampard and Gerrard's in the Premier League best ever? Because Gerrard was influential, and I'm pretty sure he's got 100 goals as well. And Lampard just scored goals for fun. But I wouldn't.
Do you know when I think of these top fives, it's so because it's all like you just said it's about preference, what you like and everything, and I don't know because I look at there might be a bit of bias in there. I don't know, but Henry for me, obviously.
No, that goes without saying.
But I'd also put a Bergkamp in there. But then,
as an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't.
But I don't know if that might be biased. Do you get what I'm saying? But then, I'd also put Yaya.
But you have to put Yaya in.
I put Lamps or Gerrard. It's not a given for me to be like, yeah, boom.
Let's save this for another day. But the point I'm making is that Salah needs his respect. Like I need the world to really understand what he's doing.
Do you know what I'm happy about though? At the beginning of the season, I said I think Liverpool are still going to be up there in regards to challenging for the Premier League. But a load of people just thought that because of last season and how they just about got back into the Champions League and everything, that they wouldn't be up there. But the thing about Liverpool is that you can't take away the fact that they lost 2-3 of their best centre backs. Do you get what I'm saying? What are you confused about?
People are just going to ignore the fact that last season they were clapping with one hand behind their back.
Of course, but it's what people do in it. And at the end of the day, they still got top class manager. They still got top class players.
And Oscar Kabak playing centre back.
Bruh.
Nat Phillips was good actually. I liked him.
Yeah. Cool.
And Oscar Kabak wasn't bad either, but I'm saying
Oscar Kabak is, if you ever need to bet on someone to get a yellow card, that was your guy.
Say no more now.
Get that all the time.
But there were no VVD or Matip or
Gomez. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
3 of their first 3 centre backs.
Exactly. I think
those were all unavailable.
As a Liverpool fan, if you're picking your team for a Saturday and you had like 3 balls in a hat, yeah, one Matip, one VVD, one Gomez, yeah, and you pick 2 at random to play centre back. If you got either 2, like 2 and left 1 out, you'd be happy.
And the thing is, they walk into all Premier League teams. Does Joe Gomez maybe not Man City, but who knows? Like the point I'm trying to make, these are top centre backs that they're missing. So I'm happy that people looked at that game yesterday and saw that, hold on, Liverpool aren't finished. And what I like about it is that after the game, it's so funny. When I heard the 2 managers speaking after the game, you could see that both of them had that thing of, I'm just happy to come out of that game without. Like they won't say it, but you can see there's a lot of that going on. Like, you know, they're a top team and at the end of the day, we should have won or we could have won, but the draw is okay. It's like, okay, we've passed that. We've got it out of the way.
I love the Premier League Klopp and Pep battle because of the Bundesliga Pep and Klopp battle, which Pep came out on top of more often than not because of the might of Bayern Munich. So I love that that Klopp is now in a place where he can really challenge Klopp and, you know, flex his muscle.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. And it reminds me of, you know, the good old days of.
Let's not say it.
The good old days of Alex and Arsene. It's not as raw, and that was a real battle. This one's more like technical. Like you don't really feel like they hate each other. You don't really feel like, you know.
I think Klopp really dislikes Pep because of, and this is just my opinion, based on things that I know and believe. Mainly believe, not know. Because of what happened in Germany, I think Klopp has a real bone to pick with Pep. Yeah. But, you know, that's just me. Oh, this is Scorch just calling me. What does he want?
Is Scorch calling? You want to pick up? You can pick up.
It's long.
Pick up if you want. So, yeah, man, no. I definitely feel like Liverpool are going to be up there come the end of the season. I think, you know, that Chelsea gas has, in terms of from the media, from the fans, that's...
Chelsea?
Yeah, that Chelsea gas that everyone had, that they were going to walk the league, has...
I had a comment today about Chelsea.
Yeah, has finished. I don't think that people are really on that because of their last couple games and the results and whatnot and the performances. But, yeah, no, Liverpool for me, really, really good. I'm really happy that they're back. And, you know, Man City, special shout out to them as well, because they play some good stuff, man. And they showed real balls to go to Anfield and play the way they played. But what I did want to say on that game as well is that it led me to think here, as much as that game was a really good game, take a picture, as much as that thing was a really good game, what games stick out in your mind in terms of football in general that you've seen that you will watch over and over again and think, oh, that was a good game of football? Because I've always got my go-to one. I don't even know if you remember it.
I don't tend to watch games back.
No, not back, but you look at it, you think, no, that was a good game of football.
I've got none.
You got none?
Not that I can think of right now.
Oh, right. Do you remember, yeah? I think it was Euro 2004.
Euro 2004?
I think it was. If it weren't, then...
If it was 2004, I didn't really watch much of that. That's the one with Greece one. I didn't really take it in that much.
It might have been, I don't know, but let me check. Czech Republic versus Holland. Czech Republic.
Right out of left field. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, listen.
Who was playing?
Nedved, Waziski, all them man there.
Oh, that would have been 2006 World Cup.
Euro 2004.
2004 Euros, yeah?
And it ended 3-2 to Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Honestly, go back and even look at the highlights of that game, man. It was so good. That's when Jan Koller and them man were...
That's a Jan Koller, Milan Baros,
yes.
Tomasz Rosicki, Pavel Nedved. Yeah, I
all
remember
them man were there, man.
Yeah.
That was a really good football match. Which other one? I don't actually know.
When I think of old school games, yeah, the game that made me love football was 1998 World Cup quarterfinal, Argentina versus Holland.
Good game. I actually remember that game. I actually remember that whole World Cup.
Yeah.
Do you remember much of World Cup 94?
I would have been 4 years old.
No way.
My years and the age and my age and the year go up together.
7. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, that was a really good.
Yeah, no.
But 98 is the one where I was actually like readily interested. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was really.
Do you know
really
when
good.
I really appreciated football?
Go on.
2005 Champions League final, AC Milan versus Liverpool. Hernan Crespo scored a dink. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite goals ever in life.
And
the pass
was good from Kaká.
But the finish,
yeah. Like I was young. What was I? I'd have been about 15. Yeah, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. People need to talk about this. Like this was a mad finish.
Do you know what? Yeah, I always say that when you're young and you can recognize greatness like that, that means it's something like.
But that's when for me the switch clicked.
But we can all recognize that a goal from 30 yards is a good goal.
Yeah.
But you know when you see like them artistic moments,
it might have been before that actually, because that Argentina Holland game, Bergkamp's goal is lasered into my memory.
The
free touches brings it down through Ayala's legs. Is it Ayala?
Can't remember who it was, but I just remember the touch.
And
cut
outside
back.
of the foot,
I think I got goal of the tournament as well.
Not surprised.
But what I what do you call it? Oh, I was just about to say something. Yeah, the moment where I realized that football is something is mad is going on here was it was a Dennis Bergkamp moment. It was
not Newcastle.
No,
Leicester.
No. So I loved football obviously, but then Arsenal played Juventus. Yeah.
What year was this?
It was years ago.
Yeah.
Arsenal played Juventus. We won it again 3-1. Yeah.
And he's knocking ball over their heads and got an assist.
So basically, he chopped.
Yeah.
And then he put it through to Ljungberg.
And poked it through.
Yeah, put it through to Ljungberg and Ljungberg. And I watched that and I was just like, what the heck did I just see?
Yeah.
And I remember in his book, funny enough, he speaks about that. And for him to be even speaking about that, it meant, that was something sick. And I remember he said, he kept chopping because he knew someone had to make that run, but no one was making the run.
Yeah.
So he had to just keep hold of it, and the moment he saw Ljungberg do it, he just dinked it through.
Yeah.
And then Ljungberg went.
He's from that Ajax school that was directly under Cruyff. Essentially, Cruyff was still had a lot of influence during that period. And I wonder if we still have influential figures in teams now, the way Cruyff was influential. The way Cruyff was influential for Ajax back then. That are imposing a style of play. Funny enough, though,
I don't know, because all the you got all the ones that come under Bielsa.
Yeah. Also, during the Euros that just gone, and the lead up to it, the Dutch public, the football loving public, were aghast that
The formation.
they're playing a 3-4-3.
Mm.
And I was like, I think De Boer's brother said that, whose name's also De Boer, said that Cruyff would be turning in his grave because they're playing the 3-4-3 as opposed to the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I done my due diligence, of course. Did you know that obviously in the 80s and 90s, the role of the sweeper was very key in football, and a lot of teams played a back three, so they could play a sweeper. And the Dutch teams either played a 3-4-3 or 4-3-3. Like that's what they went to, because it allows them the fluidity to do total
football.
Yeah. So like the fact that they were talking about not playing the 3-4-3 is a bit weird, since they actually came up on the 3-4-3 and flipped between that and the 4-3-3.
That's a bit of history for you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either until recently.
That's a good bit of history. Yeah. But yeah, man. Not Chelsea.
I want to talk about
Ronaldo.
Chelsea.
You talk about Chelsea?
I got one thing.
Go on, what do you want to talk about Chelsea?
I got a comment earlier on.
Go on.
And somebody said, because I said that on our pod, that I believe that Kovacic is very pivotal for Chelsea.
He is.
Like, if you don't watch a full 90 minutes, you just won't understand. And I try and watch as many.
Wait. I can see where this comment's gonna go. Go on.
No, they agree.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, if you don't watch a full 90 minutes, you won't really understand what's going on. You know, there are some players you can watch them once or even watch them for like 5 minutes and you've seen enough as it is. Do you know what I mean? The guy said, yes, I agree. I agree. Cover is pivotal for Chelsea. He released so much pressure with his dribbling, and now he makes that forward pass more this season. And hot take, this is what I want to mention. Hot take here, Lukaku might be just hampering Chelsea. If it were up to me, I would cut losses next summer and bring in Jimenez.
I mean,
I'm not going to say you said that.
I'm not mad about that take because he's got his own mind. So I like that. I respect it. I don't think they should cut their losses and bring Jimenez in.
No, not Jimenez. Jimenez.
Oh, okay. Jimenez. I can't do it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But no, the reason why I say that because Lukaku is clear of Jimenez, and I see why he says he hampers because when I watch Chelsea, a lot of the time they're looking for that pass into Lukaku, like too quick. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a very quick boom, and then to Lukaku.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think as the season goes on, I think you'll start to see it balance out a bit.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it will. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they can't keep playing like that.
But I understand where it's coming from in the sense that with Lukaku there, it limits your other options. Because I was praying, because I like, if you watch Armchair Gaffers, you know I like anything that's mad fast. So the thought of Lukaku and Timo Werner playing on the same pitch, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I need. And Pulisic coming in as well, just like blue streaks going across my screen.
Yeah.
And now I think Chelsea have started with Lukaku and Timo Werner twice, I think, recently. And it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I think
it doesn't. But at the same time, I think you're asking a struggling Timo Werner as well to do a job that he's just not that he's not capable of doing it, but it's a big ask for someone that just wants to just.
I like when Timo Werner's
get
playing
back into the groove.
When he's playing centrally and makes those channel runs and pulls centre backs out.
Yeah,
it's lovely. It's wonderful. When you got him already wide, making a straight run, it's not the same Timo Werner. Even though he has played wide for Germany and for Salzburg, but it's a different environment, different.
I mean, hopefully he can. Because the thing about Timo, he'll always get into good positions. He'll always get into good positions, and hopefully now that he's got that goal, it's gonna help him to kick on and push on, and then then we can maybe see what you wanted to see from Chelsea. But Kovacic, I don't think he's doing anything differently.
I don't think he is.
I think people are recognizing it now because he's done it like for so long. Like he's done it like he's been so consistent that you can't ignore it.
But then
anymore.
also there is the fact that he's now playing more frequently with Jorginho and Kante.
But this is the point. He was not a bit part player, but it's like if you see someone, if you see someone in your team every single week, you know, okay, yeah, this is the player I need to like maybe critique or whatever. When you see a player come in every now and then, you don't really take notice of that player. You go, oh, yeah, he's a good player, but you know, blah blah blah. But Kovacic is always he's not doing anything differently. I go back to 2 seasons ago, like or whenever it was. How long's he been there? Is he third season?
One loan, and they bought him.
So his loan season, he was one of the best players that season.
I just saw him. Maybe he's been very critical because he had a big name from Real Madrid and all that. And I just saw him running and getting tackled a lot. That's all it was for me. But now I'm seeing him relieve pressure, look up, play the ball. I just like what I see. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think he's a very, very good player, man.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea need a new left back, to be honest.
I got slated
For saying that.
No, because I'm a big fan of Alonso. And long story short, one of our followers, shout out Sim L, said that because I said that there's no difference between Alonso and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
No, there is.
Your opinion?
There's definitely a difference there.
The difference, Dapo.
I think.
Sorry to raise my voice. The difference
English
is that Trent is skin colour is brown and Alonso is olive.
No, I think as the years have gone by, Alonso knows what he's good at, and he does that very, very well. And like in terms of defense, he's improved, but he's improved in regards to the system that he plays in.
They're the exact same player. No, believe me.
I don't think they're the
exact same player.
I think Trent's ceiling is way higher than Alonso's.
As it stands right now, they're the exact same player. Of course, Trent's ceiling's higher.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more to learn.
I don't know, because as much as I get onto Trent for defend, I legit don't feel like Alonso can defend at all. And I give Trent the benefit of the doubt because he's young. Alonso's not young. Alonso's not a young player.
The comment we got said that Alonso would get exposed. He's got the back five tax. You know, when you play in the back five, it's a lot easier. Or maybe not, but it's more suited to Alonso's game. That may be true. But I still stand by. I said what I said. Okay.
Shall I tell you in terms of fullbacks? Oh, we spoke about this yesterday. Kyle Walker's growing on me.
No, let me tell you something about Kyle Walker, Daps, because you may not know this.
Go on.
I've got a lot of information on a lot of football players. Kyle Walker is the best.
No, he's not. But anyway.
No. Again, if you watch Armchair Gaffers, my podcast, Armchair Gaffers, make sure you tune in, like, share, subscribe.
All of that.
When we say somebody is the best, it's not to be confused with them being the best.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It's easy.
So
to
it's
get
like
confused.
you can say Messi's the best, or you can say Ronaldo's the best. You can say Lewandowski's the best. You can say these things, and it's clear what you're saying. Like they are upper echelon. Like, okay, when I say so and so is the best, I'm not saying he is the best. What I'm saying is that he's a serious baller.
He is. I think at Tottenham, never had him at all. Even in his early days at City, didn't really have him. But I think as he's grown older and as he's got in tune with exactly what Pep wants, it works for him. Do you get what I'm saying? Plus, he ain't lost any of his speed. So
on FIFA, he has. I don't know how, but
I ain't played new FIFA yet. Is it good?
No, I don't play FIFA. I just read about.
Oh, I just read about it.
Yeah.
But no, he's growing on me, and I think there was a time when Pep. I think that's why Pep bought in Cancelo for the long run. But I think he looks at Walker as he's one that I can.
But the thing is, Cancelo will never be on Walker's level in this field, in this one field, and it's recovery pace.
That's what I'm saying. The pace is
that's all it is.
The pace is a joke. But back to Scorcher's comment yesterday about Cancelo.
Being better than Jack Grealish.
Yeah, like you could put Cancelo in Grealish's position.
Can we just say Scorcher's my friend, my colleague, got a lot of love and respect for him. He hasn't played football at a decent level. I've played at a lot of levels. I've played Saturdays, played uni football, played Sunday League, five-a-side,
Oh, five-a-side.
Yeah.
Throw that in there.
7-a-sides, 9-a-sides. I've played a lot of different environments, played in different continents too. So, Yeah. Some people, like, no offense, Scorch, I love you. You're very handsome as well. Very handsome.
Scorcher, good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy, tall, good hair as well. Yeah, articulate.
Got African name.
Dope African name, dope rapper.
But he's not African.
Even better. Yeah. Everything going for him. Winning smile. Swag. Like But that one there, mate, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's good, but like a bit of backstory. We're watching the match yesterday, and then he's going on Grealish, and then he said, "There's nothing that Grealish can do that Cancelo can't do. Like Cancelo can do exactly what Grealish is doing." And my thing is that I don't need to explain to you. As a fullback, he does fullback remarkably well. Cancelo, we're talking about, but if you ask him to then go in and do what Grealish is doing and try to be that creative midfielder, I think you'd see a struggle. You'd see a massive struggle. Like I can't even explain why.
I can explain. I've experienced it. I've played fullback, yeah, and I've said to the coach, "Listen, coach, I've been playing fullback, beating players, putting the ball in the box, yeah, coming onto through balls, putting them in first time, and then I'm like, listen, put me right wing, gone right wing, yeah, it's different. When I'm receiving the ball, it's different. My starting position is different,
mate. And also, you're not expected to be the main creative outlet.
Exactly. So as a fullback, providing that is a bonus. Yeah. As a winger, doing that, yeah, it's a prerequisite. It's expected. It's demanded even. So, but like I said, good hair, lovely smile, personality.
Voice is deep, like, oh, you know them, like, yeah, man, like, hear what I'm saying, like,
he's got all of that. He's got the ambiance.
His voice comes from there. Everyone else's voice, his voice comes from right.
I thought it came from. I think it comes from
gut,
here. The gut, yeah. He projects.
Yeah.
Clever too.
Yeah, mad clever.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
But that one there, you was wrong.
But Scorcher, you're wrong. But very quickly, United benched Ronaldo
and Pogba. They made 3 changes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant, and what's your point?
No. They benched Maguire because he was injured. But aside from that, they benched.
Was he actually on the bench though?
Who?
Maguire.
No.
Oh,
so they took him out of the team.
Okay.
But yeah, Pogba and Ronaldo were both benched. Sorry, back to you.
Yeah, they benched Ronaldo, benched Pogba, and Everton 1-1. A lot has been said about Ronaldo's reaction to losing, which I don't understand why, because it's Ronaldo. Like, we know what we're going to get with Ronaldo. We know he hates losing. We know he hates it when he don't score. Yeah. So I'm not really reading too much into that. But I think Ole, and obviously people say he's 36, he needs a rest. But I don't think he needs a rest yet, especially going into international week. I don't think he needed that rest. I think if you're going to do that, you have to, like, by thunder, by fire, you have to make sure those 3 points come back.
That's all that matters in life.
Yeah, you got to make sure.
God, family, and 3 points.
That's it.
I think we were praying. I said this on Armchair Gaffers podcast. Like, share, subscribe. That people were praying for Ollie to do some kind of rotation. He seems to me as a manager that only knows one squad.
But the rotation that you asked him, that they were asking for, he didn't do.
What, Donny van de Beek?
No, leaving Ronaldo.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect Pogba out the team, but I wanted something different. And he took 2 players out, 2 big players, put in Cavani and Martial, and it looked like it was working. And that's the thing about Ollie. I think he does things, and they look like they're working, and it's not always the case. I think a lot of Ollie's thing is luck.
Do you know we were talking about Graham Potter the other day? I mean, earlier on in the pod, and we were talking about the way he gets Brighton playing and whatever. I know everyone says this and it's been said for so many times, but I'm going to repeat it and say that there's no way to see how they play. With Liverpool, you can see how they play. Man City, you can see they're going to keep that ball and players are moving and there's bare fluidity in it. Tuchel, he's very methodical. It's like, do you know what I mean?
The team shape is very key for
Tuchel. Whereas you look at Man United and it's just vibes.
Well, the thing is, for a long time, I was saying that United aren't going to succeed because their tactic is counter-attacking. But now they've lost that as well. And to rub salt on the wound, the goal they conceded against Everton was a counter-attack.
And just Townsend did the shoe celebration.
And he did the shoe celebration. Talking about counter-attacks, this is the Counter-Attack podcast.
This is the Counter-Attack podcast.
Everything,
so shout out Counter-Attack. And guys, I've got something to even say to you lot listening to this, yeah? I'm about to stop the podcast.
You're going to stop the podcast?
I'm going to stop the podcast.
What do you mean stop?
Yeah, hot take. No, I'm going to stop it. No, because listen, the engagement is not really been engaging.
That's your fault.
No, but it doesn't suit the narrative for me to say it's my fault. So we need to...
Let me tell you something.
No.
I need to speak.
Fire, because I'm going to edit. Go.
Yeah? In life, yeah? My granddad, Granddad Delroy, shout out Granddad Delroy. Yeah.
Staunton and them, man.
Back in Westmoreland.
In Camberwell.
No, Westmoreland, you madman. Camberwell.
Camberwell. Ain't that like
Back a yard, you madman.
Huh? Oh, okay, cool.
Granddad Delaware always said to me, yo, Jesse, make sure when you point the finger of blame, you have to remember 3 finger are pointing back at where? For those of you that don't speak Patios.
No. Patois.
Patois.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't speak Patois, what Granddad Delaware was saying to me, which was I'm trying to iterate to Daps here, is that when you point the finger of blame, 3 fingers point back at yourself. So don't say the engagement
Listen. The narrative doesn't. What you're saying, like I said, it doesn't suit the narrative. So you've wasted 2 minutes talking about finger pointing, but it's getting edited out. So
naturally,
I'm not gonna edit it out. But the engagement needs to come back. I'm looking into the camera because you man think I'm just gonna be putting out this content like for free, and you're not engaging. You only want to engage when we've got the big footballers on. But no, none of that anymore, guys. Like, subscribe, share, engage, comment everywhere. I'm going to comment back, so just make sure you lot do that.
Listen, yeah.
No, we're moving on.
Don't.
No, we're actually moving on.
Don't.
No, just
take Muhammad to the mountains. Bring the mountains to Muhammad.
Bro.
Think about that, yeah. Think about what I've just said to you, and really take it in.
Bro, don't eat McDonald's when there's rice at home. We can all have sayings, bro. That'll be that. Think about it. Anyway.
This is why there's no engagement. Yeah?
Anyway,
I'm giving you gems here.
No, you're not giving me gems. This is bare gravel. Listen. So, where are we? This podcast has been about what?
I took 5 minutes to go.
Took 5 minutes,
and you didn't start until 10 minutes.
No. You didn't take 5 minutes. You didn't go to the toilet during this podcast.
I didn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You didn't go to the toilet during the podcast. It's fine. You didn't take 5 minutes while I'm waiting here in slides for 5 minutes. No, you didn't do that at all. But what I did want to say as well, Armchair Gaffers, you lot have been 1 year. I'm going to big you lot up because I'm not a hater, you see. So when people come, I hail them up proper.
I can feel the energy.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't get used to it though. But 1 year in, podcasting, what has it been like for you?
So it's been difficult working with Jamaicans.
Jamaicans.
Me being the only East African representative on Armchair Gaffers has not been easy. But I do this for the motherland. When they sent me here, so what happened? You might not know this, Daps. My village raised money to send me to London because in Africa, the whole of UK is called London.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. And the streets are paved with gold. There it goes. Yeah.
They sent me here to spread the gospel of 442. Because 442 isn't dead.
442. So what? If you was manager of one of these top teams, would you actually play 442 still? Like Burnley.
Okay, speaking seriously, I think the system and formation you play is very dependent on the players you have at your disposal. My love of 442 stems from the fact that most, if not all, teams defend in a 442. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm with you.
And even if you look at most formations, in my opinion, they're all not all, but any formation that has like a flat back 4 is somewhat a derivative of a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You understand? Like even a 4-2-3-1 for me is a 4-4-1-1. The way I see it.
It's interesting you say. It's interesting you say it depends on the players you have because Leicester won the Premier League with a 4-4-2. Oh, you don't think so? It was 4-4-1-1.
No.
What are you going to tell me?
No. So Leicester won the Premier League, yeah, playing, and really listen to what I'm about to say, playing a 4-5-2. Whoa, that's 12 players. Yes. N'Golo Kante counted for 2.
Okay, thank you very much.
He was able to cover that ground.
That's what I was about to say. So with their 4-5-2, sorry, they had a Kante in there, and when you've got him in your team, you're able to cover the ground of 2 players. And who else played with him?
Drinkwater, Marco Brighton, Red
Marvis, Okazaki up front.
Okazaki, Uloa, and I can't pronounce his name, Uloa and Vardy. Simpson was Morgan.
What's the tall one? Robert Huth.
And the left back was Schlupp, not Schlupp. What am I talking
about?
No,
is it Austrian or something?
Whatever.
What is he?
And you had big Cash Michael and go. But yeah,
No, that's not.
it is all dependent on the players you have. And we're living in the age of the footballing athlete. Football players are athletes first and foremost. Which, because playing football, one of the hardest positions to fill is the centre mid position. And if you have two athletes in there that can both play CM, so not DM and AM or whatever, yeah, both playing box to box, having an athletic back line that can keep a high line and still have pace to cover any balls over the top. 4-4-2 is the way you go, because everyone knows their role. Everyone has a designated position. It's easy to administer. It's easy to know what you have to do.
Yeah.
The running lines are straight. Defensive, 2 banks of 4. It makes sense. You have two forwards that occupy the whole back line.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Like, everything is easy, self-explanatory.
So bottom line is, your first year in podcasting has been a roller coaster one because of the formation change from 4-4-2 to whatever it is that they play today.
Nah, man. Honestly speaking, my first year of podcasting has been easy, because I keep telling people, if I wasn't doing the podcast on camera, yeah, I'd be at home on the phone doing the podcast, essentially by talking to my friends about football. So it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
I think what a lot of people don't get is that, all jokes aside, it's it takes effort, mate. And there are days where you don't want to actually do it, but you just got to just plug away and get it done. And I think even I joke about with the engagement and everything, innit? But you man are sick, like the people that do holler and engage or whatever. And like, once I noticed, once I got consistent with it every week, it makes it easier. But I did want to say congratulations to you lot on your first year. You lot got big manscape.
They don't know yet.
Why don't they know?
We haven't announced the deal yet.
No, but you spoke about you on your last pod.
Didn't.
You didn't speak about your last pod?
No, we didn't.
Why not? So I've got to edit this out.
No, leave it in.
No, I weren't going to do it anyway. I weren't going to edit it out, but anyway. But
yeah, no, we're not announcing it until the 11th.
Why? Is that what you lot have agreed
between? The deal one's 11th to the 11th.
The what?
The 11th of October to the 11th of November.
Oh, it's only a month.
For now, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, Manscaped.
We haven't actually announced it yet. So thank you for...
Okay, well, Manscaped ain't hollered here. So I ain't shaving my balls for nobody yet. So, yeah.
Have
you used it?
Not yet. I only got it, what? I don't know, 2 days ago?
What, Manscaped?
Yeah, I only literally got the stuff. Like, they give us... But I'm saying too much.
You're saying too much? Nah, man. Yeah, run me that money, bro. You want me to speak for, man. I ain't shaving nothing.
Can I just say, are we wrapping up? We don't have to.
No, go on.
I'm just saying, like, because I'm going to wrap and say my piece before we go. But if we're not going, then I won't say it yet.
No, say what you need to say. I'll decide after.
I was going to say, Daps, thank you for having us on. Between you and me, and now these guys, I actually keep an eye on your podcast.
You keep an eye on my podcast?
Yeah, because, you know, like, you were the first person to reach out to Armchair Gaffers.
I was, you're right.
Yeah, you got us on a live stream very early. In fact, I'll probably go through your videos and find out when it was, but it was about a year ago. I think we only had 1 episode at the time.
I swear down, and I brought you on my stream.
You brought us on the stream. We were nobodies. I really appreciate that.
It's alright, it's alright. Doing my part for the culture, you know.
Yeah, and you
pick up the culture.
You may not know this, but Daps is an honorary armchair gaffer anyways.
I am. We know it all.
We know it all.
Yes.
I think you're doing good work, bro. Just keep doing pod. It's what we need. When I say we, because I'm subscribed myself, so
love that.
I need you to not stop. That's why I was so shocked when you said you're stopping.
No. Well, it's you know what it is. In a moment of transparency, there have been times where I thought, let me just stop this now, man.
You know what I say in life? In any walk in life, if you don't say, I'm just gonna quit. If you don't think about quitting, you're in the wrong walk of life. Because if it's too easy, then you're doing something wrong. You need to come up against obstacles and say to yourself, I have to overcome this. Because smooth seas never made a skilled sailor.
Bro, you just got the Jamaican sayings today, innit?
Bro. That's not Jamaican. Jamaicans would have said...
No, but the narrative
of
Jamaican.
Dancer never runs Yaffa when you... Because no, they never finish a sentence.
Yeah.
So, the dance never done till the lights come on.
Yeah. And they say it in tight white trousers.
tight
white
got
trousers.
The biggest belt buckle. Yeah.
Just trust
little
me.
flannel hanging
Tucked
out your
in.
back. Yeah.
Tucked, like,
you're only tucking
in.
the front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in.
just there at the front.
Get me?
Yeah. And you always got to have a bottle of Rain Nephews, and the pose has to be.
Fam. Listen. Anyway.
I'm envious of Jamaicans because they can just do what they want and no one questions them.
I don't know any nation that could jump off a speaker and it'd be okay.
I've seen a man carry a woman into a tree to hold a wicked wine.
And then jump off. Tell me they jumped off. They jumped out the tree.
So what happened? He was up on the roof or something. She was down there. People were holding her legs open. Yeah, you've probably seen this. Yeah,
she was probably the girl.
The guy jumped right into, and where he jumped into is what they call the crutches. Yeah. For those of you that don't see patios,
Patois.
Google crutches. Yeah. And then he's carried her around and climbed up a tree. Don't ask me how he's climbed up a tree holding in the crutches.
He's Jamaican, they disappear.
Jamaicans. Yeah. And just gone to a tree and just. But yeah, why are we talking about?
I don't know, because people don't want to hear about football anymore. But yeah, listen, guys, all jokes aside, this has been another episode of Counter Attack. Love for Jess.
I think this is going to get the worst views ever because we've just been talking shit.
No, but they like it. You know what I've noticed? They like it when I chat rubbish. The ones with the players and all that, they'll obviously go and do the most numbers and whatever, but they like it when I just talk rubbish. I don't know why. I always say I don't know why they listen to me talk rubbish. Don't
clip this last Patois bit, and put this out there just to get views.
No, I'm definitely going to do it because in terms of engagement, hearing people talk about Jamaica, we've got a large Jamaican following, you know.
Yeah.
Like all four of them.
That's pretty much the whole of Mobe.
Is it?
Yeah. Montego Bay. That's the whole population. 4 people.
Okay.
Douglas. Cool. You got Douglas, Winston, Barris, and Winston.
Yeah.
Winston and Winston. It's mad. They're beefing because similar names.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that, man. Honestly, man.
Crazy.
But yeah, guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, engage, comment. Armchair Gaffers, make sure you subscribe there. And yeah, that's it. We're out.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.